it's hard to market that and be successful.
I think one avenue that I can think of right off the bat that women have a huge opportunity in is MMA.
No,
and I
absolutely.
think Ronda proved that.
Sure.
And as an MMA fan, there's tons of women in the MMA, in the UFC. I was about to sound like a casual fan. I watch the MMA. In the MMA. That are brilliant. Like, I love watching some of these girls fight, and there's a huge market there. And I agree. I think not only is there a big market there, I think people are craving the next Ronda Rousey.
Oh, yeah.
And I love Nunes. I don't think she's it.
She was it until she started just looking like she was being lax, which, in all fairness, she wasn't getting a whole lot of talent against her. To
me, she's the female Khabib. No one will respect Khabib the way they respect Conor, even though Khabib's a better fighter. No one will respect Nunes as much as they respect Rousey, even though Nunes is the better fighter.
We need to take a few steps back. First and foremost, you think Khabib is a better fighter than Conor?
100%. I think he proved that when he beat him.
Okay. I guess since MMA is everything and he predominantly used what he's good at to beat him, yes, he is the
But did he not outbox him in that fight too? He dropped Conor McGregor.
I mean, he did drop him. I can't argue that.
So I'll give Conor this. He probably won the only round I've ever seen Khabib lose.
Yeah.
So he was for sure good.
Sure.
But he's the better fighter. He proved that in the fight. But no one cares. You talk to 10 people on the street, one of them knows Khabib, all 10 know Conor.
Yeah, because people are so social media driven and sucked into their fucking phones. They see Conor talking shit. They think it's entertaining.
And his highlights are funner. I would much rather watch Conor knock out Aldo in 12 seconds than watch Khabib throw someone against the cage for 5 rounds, which he did for most of his career.
Which, as MMA fans, we appreciate.
Sure. People that are written, I love it. So, by the way, I'm glad you said that.
I love jiu-jitsu shit.
It sounds like I'm talking shit about Khabib. I'm not at all.
Oh, yeah.
I love
I do talk a little bit of shit on Khabib because his undefeated whole thing and everything, like, it was in the regional scene. It was a lot of semi-unproven shit. Like, yeah, he beat Conor. And he beat a few other somewhat bigger names, but there was so much talent for him to fight, and he never defended it.
His resume doesn't. There was an argument that he was a better fighter than Jones, pound for pound.
No way. Fuck no.
And even if you believe that, which Jones has one loss, and it's not even a loss. I hope he gets rid of it. Yeah. It was the downward elbow on Matt Hamill.
12-6 or whatever.
Yes. Yeah. Which he dominated him. So I don't even count that.
Yeah, I agree.
But the resume is ridiculous for Jones. And it is. And Khabib beat, what you put Gaethje on the list, Poirier, Conor on the list. I can't even think of another big name.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm sure there's another one we're missing.
Sure. But like 4 at most.
And then he's done.
Yeah, exactly. You can't be a pound for pound best, much less one of the best at that weight class to ever do it, in my mind, until you defend it at least 5 times. I mean, fuck, man.
Against different types of opponent.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Everything. I want you to dominate everybody so thoroughly that you go through it a second time even. I mean, fuck, dude. Sure. Like, you don't need that necessarily, but it cements you. I mean, Silva did it. Fucking as much hate as Adesanya is getting, he's doing it. I mean, he's been beating everybody.
He is. And he had a boring last fight.
Yeah,
and
which it was. I agree.
He had 2 or 3 boring fights recently, which I think give him a bad name. But he did win those boring fights, so we have to give him that.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, Silva had some too.
Oh, 100%. Oh, dude,
probably the worst
Silva's
fight
last
ever.
3 fights. Silva's last 3 fights, people forget. It was a lot of him fucking doing the showboaty thing, and then like, I'm better than you, and then not doing anything.
Well, he got beat up by Chelson in a whole fight one time, and then
it was a lucky ass. Yeah, it was a lucky 30
and then
second
beat him again
triangle.
Decisively. So he
but that lit a fire.
He fought. Was it Chris Lieben? There was a guy he fought.
No, Lieben was his first one.
That was a kick to the face.
Yeah.
He fought someone, and it was like he got booed out of the arena.
Yeah.
It went to decision. He won, and it was like
fuck.
It was the least amount of strikes thrown until someone recently beat it.
Yeah.
But
I
Silva had some bad ones.
Yeah.
I would put Silva over Khabib.
Yep.
I would put Kamaru Usman over Khabib.
Absolutely.
I'd put GSP over Khabib.
Absolutely. That's not even an argument.
And Jones. Those 4 right off the bat.
Sure.
I bet I can think of a few other ones.
I would honestly say Mighty Mouse in his tenure, he had a long streak and he fought everybody.
Yes.
You forget about him because he was
the smallest.
He was the smallest weight class, and no one took him seriously because there wasn't knockout power. That motherfucker was dominating every aspect of the game.
What is he, 125?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Nobody has knockout power at 125.
Exactly, but because of that, people didn't view him as marketable. The UFC didn't view him as marketable, so
he's killing it in Japan.
Oh, dude. Oh, he is murdering in Japan. He is fucking murdering in Japan. If he were to come back, granted, he's a little probably past his prime, and I don't think he could beat Volk right? It's Volk in that weight class now, or no. Volk is 45.
45.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Never mind.
2. Who's 25 is
shit.
Moreno just lost to Figueiredo, right?
Yeah. Which I think he got
gotta do
gypped
a
on that
fourth
one.
fight.
Oh,
He
they
did,
have to.
yes.
Yeah, Moreno dominated him the majority of the third fight.
Yeah,
And I mean,
who's the 35 champ right now?
Shit.
Because 45 is Volk.
I thought Volk was 35 and 45. I thought he had
he's
2.
one
Really?
right now.
I thought he was a double champ.
He just beat Holloway again. He's
I know he beat Holloway. Yeah.
He's talking about fighting again.
He's talking about bumping up
yes,
to 55, right? Yeah,
which I think is
think
fighting Islam Makhachev.
Yeah,
what a great fight.
That's gonna be a great fight.
Yes.
I think Makhachev is the future, but I don't think he can beat. I don't think he can beat the number one. I just don't.
Do you think he beats Oliveira? Let's start there.
No,
I think he does.
No,
I think he does. And I will admit that I've gone against Oliveira every single fight.
Yep, and he's rubbed it in your fucking face.
I hate after the last one. I'm like, all right, there's like I gotta. And then when I saw he's fighting Islam, I'm like, God damn it, I think he loses that.
See, I agree. I don't like Oliveira because of the missing the weight and acting like he's hot shit and all that other stuff, right?
I don't even mind that. I don't even
really
mind
okay.
That. Yeah. Well, because I don't think he missed the weight. Did you see the whole thing where they fuck with the scales, the UK guys or whatever?
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a history. Khabib missed weight all the time.
Yeah. Well, no, Oliveira earlier in his career, I watched a couple videos by MMA Junkie.
Okay.
I love those.
Yes.
But I watched a couple, and his whole entire early career was plagued by him missing weight. Oliveira's. So him not making it didn't surprise me necessarily, but it also made me kind of mad because he had been making it so consistently recently.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I mean, it's for your belt, bro. Like, how you gonna? Which again, them fucking with it makes sense, and you know it is what it is. He's gonna come back. I mean, he won the basically the right to fight for it again and continue being the champ. He's one of those generational talents in a certain field that I think is going to be able to beat just about anybody that they put in front of him.
I think I saw weaknesses in all 3 of his last wins, including the Michael Chandler fight.
Yeah. Chandler put it close for sure.
Yes. And he got rocked.
Yeah.
He got rocked in all. Who did he fight last that he lost to? Or he won, sorry. Was it Poirier or Gaethje? He fought one of those guys last.
It was Poirier, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Either way, like he got. I see there's like holes in his game. Uh-huh. But the issue is like I don't think he's going to get a chance to even touch Islam the way he wants to touch him. I think his pressure is so good. He's a lot like Khabib. And Khabib's the guy that you hate to watch him fight. He's a little bit boring, but he gets the job done. Oh, Aljamain Sterling is 35, by the way.
There we go. There it is. Okay, and Peter Yan. Got it.
Peter Yan's fighting Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, and which is Sean O'Malley's going to get his ass beat.
I think so too. And I'm so nervous because I
love O'Malley, but he's going to get his ass beat. And Aljo's fighting Gaethje, right?
I don't know.
I thought it was Aljo fighting Gaethje.
Gaethje wouldn't go to 35 though.
You're right.
Gaethje would.
Hold on.
He's at 55 now.
Let's see. Oliveira fights. There we go. Because I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Last win was May 7th. It was against Gaethje. Poirier was the second.
Okay, so he beat Poirier and then he beat Gaethje.
Yeah. So I agree that the stand up pressure from Makhachev is gonna rock him, but any type of grappling anything, Oliveira's gonna murder anybody. I just don't think that.
I think you're true about almost everyone else but Islam.
Yeah, you think so? You think he has the strength to just manhandle out of the submissions and shit?
He's stronger than Oliveira.
Sure.
And Oliveira's a jiu-jitsu guy. He's not a wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
He's a guy that will lay on his back and let you jump into his guard.
He's like, come here, baby girl. Oh, absolutely.
Exactly. So, look, again, he's going to prove me wrong, and I'm going to look like an idiot when this comes out.
I wouldn't say an idiot,
but Islam his pressure is amazing, and his wrestling is amazing.
His pace is
those
also
Sambo
insane.
guys.
Yeah.
They wrestle different.
Oh,
People don't know the difference when you watch a wrestler who's a top-notch wrestler like Chandler was, but he didn't wrestle in that fight. I'm trying to think of a guy, Daniel Cormier. I know it's a heavyweight, but the way he wrestles, his technique is amazing.
It's Greco-Roman.
those
type
sambo
shit,
guys,
right? Yeah.
they're just different. It's more of a grippy chest to chest.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's pressure
that shit.
in every single position they get you in. They're throwing punches until you get out of it. They'll take control and then punch again. Those wrestlers will transition just to transition again, and which is beautiful as well. It's a different style,
but it's a difference between a regular combat sport and an actual combat sport.
Yes.
Which I hate to like split the martial arts up like that, but wrestling wasn't intended for you to fucking
Strike
punch people. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't intended for you to beat the shit out of somebody. It was intended for you to get somebody in a compromised position where you can pin them.